Welcome back, guys. I'm Brian J, and today I'm back with another video, and we're talking about the final prediction for Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2022. Now, before we begin, if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do it. It's Real Brian J. You can ask me questions over there. We can be best friends over there. If you have any doubts, any opinions that you want me to let you know, go ahead and write to me over there. It would mean absolutely the world to me. Also, you're on YouTube, so subscribe because it would help out so much. As you can tell, I'm already nervous because this top 15 has me shaking in my boots. But yeah, subscribe. We're quickly growing. I want to appreciate you guys for all the comments, the likes, the support. It means absolutely everything to me. Thank you so much. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and begin with my top 15. But first, I want to begin with talking in general about Miss Universe Puerto Rico. This year, honestly, it hasn't excited me as other years have. The level of contestants is not on par of what we expect from a powerhouse like Puerto Rico. So this year, it's been very difficult. I'm honestly, like I said before, shaking in my boots, because I'm not sure about my top 15. It's, it's nerve-wracking. The only thing I'm sure about is my winner. So let's go ahead and deep dive into this. And let's begin with an honorable mention. Now, I want to say that this girl has so much potential. I'm sad that I don't have her in my top 15. But if she were to make it, I would be so happy. Because I do believe she probably gave a great interview just because of what I've seen and what she seems to have to offer. Now, I want to mention HUMACAO. This girl speaks English amazingly. Unfortunately, her catwalk was not the best, and she seemed a little bit insecure in the prelims, and it just, you know, it was a little bit disappointing. But I wish her the best, and I would want her to come back. Even maybe doing a Miss USA pageant. I think that would maybe help a little bit more. Puerto Rico pageants are kind of like next level and hard to achieve, but I want to, you know, applaud her for being such a good contestant, and I'm in love with her. I'm going to keep on following her journey. Let's go ahead and begin with my top 15. And yes, I want to talk about real quick about the gowns. The gowns were horrible. Most of these girls need to change their gowns for the final night that's quickly approaching. My suggestion to all these girls right now, go grab that gown. Doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. Grab that gown. Take it out of your bag, put it on yourself, and practice in those gowns, because honestly, they didn't have the sense of domination over their gowns. So that's something really important that they should look at, because we want to see that fire on stage, you know? But let's go ahead and begin with my top 15. I'm going to just kind of like mention them. If I have a specific comment about them, I'll let you know. So let's begin with 15, Barranquitas. Salinas, number 14. Number 13, Arroyo. Number 12, Luquillo. Number 11, Dorado. Now, I gotta say something real quick about my girl, Leonela. I have been kind of obsessed with her for a while, and I've always been like, oh, I can see that girl in the top 5. I can see that girl in that top 5. She's a great speaker in English. She's absolutely stunning, but I do believe that her makeup was not the best, and her gown choices were not the best. And also, unfortunately, I feel like the catwalk, I expected much more from her. She still has a chance. She still has a chance, so don't discount her. And if she makes it in the top 5, top 10, I would be absolutely ecstatic for her. So keep an eye on her. We could see her climb up quickly on the final night. Let's begin with my top 10. So my top 10 begins with San Juan. Now, probably a girl that at the beginning of the pageant, I would not have thought that she would be in my top 10. But this girl, the way she speaks, the way she projects herself, the performance was a good performance. I do believe we're going to see San Juan in that top 10. So let's watch out for San Juan, because she could quickly climb up as well. After that, I have CAMUY. It's kind of one of my disappointments a little bit. I feel like her styling is best when she does this look. I'll go ahead and put it right here. That's what I was expecting to see in the gown. I feel like it just brings her elegance and she looks different. So hopefully, if she's watching me, I want to see her with that look for the final night, because that look is absolutely stunning and it just elevates her. She's a great speaker in English. She has so much potential. But I do believe that she might just fall a little bit short. And I gotta be honest, I did have her in my top 5, kind of moved her around depending on what I was seeing on social media and everything, and just how I think things will play out on the final night. But I'm really proud of that girl. She's been doing great. After that, I have ADJUNTAS. Like, a lot of people mention her as the best face of the competition, the most beautiful face in the competition. I don't share that opinion. I think that she is a beautiful girl. She has amazing hair. And she did a really good performance. She's a good speaker as well. And I do visualize her in the top 10. After that, I have Rio Grande. Now, this is a girl that kind of came left field. I don't know why I wasn't really paying attention to her, but recently, in the evening gown and swimsuit competition, I thought she did a really, really good job. And that is what I was expecting from most girls. But this girl delivered. Susan delivered. I really, really liked what she did. Her gown was probably the best gown out of the competition, or at least one of the best gowns in the competition. It was great. She looked beautiful. She looked effortless. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her sneak into the top 5. So keep an eye on Rio Grande because, yeah, she's here to kill. After that, I have OROCOVIS. Now, I'm not a fan 100% of OROCOVIS' beauty, and that's why I don't have her in the top 5. And also, her swimsuit wasn't the best. Her catwalk isn't, I don't know, up to par from what I would expect from her. It was, again, a little disappointing. As we can see, there's a theme, disappointment, just wanting more from the girls. So, yeah, if she does, crack the top 5, I can see her doing really well in her question and answer. So, let's see. Now let's move on to my top 5. Now, let me tell you once again, this was very, very hard to come up with a top 5, but yeah, I feel like these girls are the most complete, the most well-rounded girls, and the most with potential to become a Miss Universe Puerto Rico, and potentially crack a top 15, top 10, with the exception of 2, which I believe can crack a potential top 5, potentially. Like I keep saying. So let's go ahead and go with my 4th runner-up. My 4th runner-up is CATAñO. Now, CATAñO had a very interesting gown. I don't know if it's my favorite. I think it was a little bit too busy, but her performance overall was very good. And if you have seen her lives, you can see that she is an excellent speaker. So I'm not doubting that CATAñO could very much nail the round question, the question round, sorry. And I do believe that we'll see CATAñO as a runner-up in the pageant. After that, my 3rd runner-up is ISABELA. What a stunning face. Now, this is a shorter girl, but this is what you do when you are shorter. You give that impact, you give that energy, and she did it. She delivered on the prelims night. Her gown, along with Rio Grande, I think were the best gowns of the night. Her gown was perfect. I think it was from Janina Assad, so she always does a really good job. And honestly, I would keep the gown. I loved how she projected herself, the elegance, the movements. She had, you know, her own style, which was really interesting to see. So I believe that she will be our 3rd runner-up. After, I have my 2nd runner-up. Now, I gotta be honest, at the beginning of the pageant, I looked at her and I was like, wow, this girl has a lot of potential. I'm not the biggest fan of how she speaks, but she has been one of the ones that has transformed a lot in terms of the skills that I feel like they needed to have. Her speaking skills have gone next level, and she really has this just approach and tone of voice that is much more comfortable to hear than before. So I really do see Graciela potentially winning the Miss Universe Puerto Rico crown because she has so much potential. So don't be surprised if we see that blonde girl and we add another blonde girl rather to the lineup of Miss Universe Miss Universe 2022. Graciela did a great job. The only thing I would say is change that dress. That dress did nothing for you. I didn't like the design. It kind of looked like bones. I don't know if you like understand what I'm talking about, but it kind of looked like bones, and it wasn't my favorite color as well. So I definitely want to see her with something super elegant. Her hair is perfect, her lips are perfect, her eyes are perfect, that body's perfect. She can still work on it more, but she has a lot of potential that I believe that in the short span of time that we have for Miss Universe, they could really do a lot for her. After that, my 1st runner-up is Alta. Now, Alta kind of came left field for me. And I have her a little high just because it's no secret to people that she is part of WAPA, and WAPA is the owner of, you know, it's a television station, and they're the owner of the franchise of Miss Universe Puerto Rico. So unfortunately, I've seen some things that kind of like point in her favor. I believe she did a really good evening gown. She did a really good swimsuit segment. But I do believe that she needs to smile a little bit more. She needs to have a little bit more of that light in her. But I do like her. I don't see how far yet she could make it into Miss Universe, if that makes sense. But I do believe that we're going to see her in that top 5. So I think that's going to be a little surprise for everyone. I mean, unless you're a fan of hers. But we'll probably see her up there in that top 5. And my winner for Miss Universe Puerto Rico is obviously CARIñO, Miss Fajardo. Now, there is no doubt that this woman is completely prepared to take the universe on. She was clearly the standout. Even with not having the best gown, she was the standout of the prelims, and she would have been the crowned winner, hands down, no questions asked. You would have to be certainly blind to think that she is not the best option for Miss Universe for this year. She has experience. She is a veteran. She was runner-up at Miss USA, so she knows how everything works. And like I said, there is a lot of pressure on Puerto Rico being a powerhouse and how the girls for Miss Universe are shaping up. And I believe that Ashley, standing next to women like Chile, Colombia, Vietnam, Thailand, could certainly stand out for many, many reasons. Apart from that sweetness, that elegance, and that smile that she has, she is a true Puerto Rican princess. And I can't wait to see Ashley CARIñO become Miss Universe Puerto Rico this next Thursday. I want to hear your opinion, guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. It means absolutely the world, like I always say. You guys are amazing. I want to hear your thoughts. Who are your favorites? Who do you think is going to be the next Miss Universe Puerto Rico? How do you think the winner will stand up to the likes of Miss Thailand, Miss Vietnam, Miss Philippines, Miss Colombia, Miss Guatemala? What do you guys believe will happen? And yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Thank you so much for being here once again. And I will see you in the next video, which is probably Miss South Africa, my prediction. Maybe I'd already recorded it. So be on the lookout. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye.